I'm trying to avoid spiraling down that line of thought because I'm trying to hold out for hope. And just not to scare you, I'm 100% not going to do anything to myself, no matter what he says during holiday season, because I don't want to traumatize my friends during a time that's supposed to be happy. And even if he responds negatively, it doesn't mean I'll auto kill myself. I'm trying to contemplate all different courses. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's the other thing where the fan base, including his Ghislaine, will regularly also say that like everyone is mentally ill and that like they're they want to harm themselves or whatever. And then sometimes they'll actually egg people on too. It's like real Kiwi Farm shit. Ghislaine had a financial incentive to sweep for him because they have a pod together. That makes sense. Yeah, Not So Erudite is another massive hater of mine, by the way, just so you know. I mean, virtually every single person at some point. When you're a Destiny Orbiter, you gotta fucking do that. When you're a Destiny Orbiter, you gotta pay the piper. You gotta say Hasan fucking sucks. You know? She's a fake psychological expert. Wait, what? What's Kiwi Farm? I'm old. Kiwi Farms is an old 4chan style forum where a lot of rabid right wing anti-trans freaks will get together and like mass harass and try to ruin the lives of trans people and try to also get them to commit suicide. And they have like they have a leaderboard, I think, or they have a bunch of people that they have actually successfully caused through mass harassment, stalking, doxing, swatting, getting them fired from their jobs. It's like a hate cult. They have a kill count. Yeah. Destiny tried to buy the website actually when another former orbiter of Destiny who wanted to kill me, or I mean not a former orbiter that wanted to kill me, sorry, another former orbiter of Destiny that was being targeted by them wanted to shut it down, and what do you call it? Destiny, I think in the process was talking about potentially buying it or something. It's like really fucking the awful shit. Um. Anyway, did he say anything about the Elon salute or the ADL response? Yes, I've covered the Elon salute and the ADL response. Are you crazy? Can I share this with Steven? He communicated to me he knows he fucked up. There's no excuse at all and doesn't know what he can do to make it up. I am trying to bridge between to help him understand what would make you feel that he understood he was wrong and should never do this again. Or better, what can I share with him? You can share this and anything you want with him. I felt like when we talked, you really understood where I was coming from and can hopefully explain this better than I can. Gotcha. Thanks for not sugarcoating anything about where you're at. I think what we talked about is what you needed: help removing the video from online, getting the guy who hacked charged, a sense that Steven understands how in the wrong he was, and a plan to prevent this from ever happening again. Is this what you feel you need? Yeah, the only problem is number 3, because even with the removal of the video and getting the guy hacked charged, Steven has to face consequences proportional to his actions. I want this to be the most expensive mistake of his life, and I'm essentially asking him to self-punish himself in a way I don't think he will like or agree to without the law involved. I don't have a dollar amount from the top of my head. It just has to be enough for that. For the rest of his life, he thinks the word nude, he associates it with the amount of money he lost. Obviously, I don't want to make him destitute, but it should be large enough that he does feel upset about it and is not easily recoverable. Okay, so that is what you want to pursue. It wasn't clear to me before that this was what you wanted specifically. My understanding was it was more of a sense of rehabilitation and justice. Oh my God. They in the Destiny Discord right now fantasizing how you'll be outed as a sex pest or a viewer will do some sort of terror attack. That's what I mean, man. It's fucking insane. That is an insane thing to think. If you have that level of hatred in your fucking heart because your favorite content creator is doing shit that I didn't even have anything to do with, okay? He did this to him fucking self. And even in that situation, you're like, nah, dog, you are also fucking, you're also bad. But my favorite content creator, he's not bad, but you're actually bad in the same way that I'm defending my own personal content creator being bad. Like, that's psychotic. That's what I don't understand. And it reminds me of a story I heard from a long ass fucking time ago that like this kind of stuff happened in Destiny's life before. I'm not going to dig it up right now. And I can't fucking find I don't know the exact details, but I remember like there was back in Destiny's fucking StarCraft days, apparently there was a similar situation that took place where I think he like called his ex-girlfriend ugly or something and then like talked about his nudes or something, and then she actually leaked his dick pic, and then his fucking cult-like fan base 12 years ago leaked their own dick pics in solidarity to make Destiny feel less bad. Like, it's psychotic. And the thing is, like, and this was like much smaller community back then. My point is, listen, my point is this, okay? He tried shitting on Forsen, and Forsen brought up how he would share his ex nudes to his Discord. That's how I first heard of him. Yeah, he's done shit like this all the time. The problem is, most people, here's the issue, okay? Most people in Destiny's fan base doesn't understand that Destiny is his own worst enemy, okay? Like, I believe that every single person has the capacity to rehabilitate. But the problem is, if you're constantly fucking getting, if you're constantly getting highlighted and constantly getting defended for all of your worst instincts and following all your worst instincts and getting rewarded for it, you're just not going to fucking do that. If you're getting all of your worst shit reinforced over and over again, and it simply turns into mere content for your fan base, they weren't leaking in solidarity. What if they were leaking it because it made them look big? 5D. Is this it? Whoa, did you guys hear about the new Destiny dramas? What is this? He shared new pics and talked about here privately, asking if she was bangable. Guys have done this before. I've done this before. They were bros. Had the bro talk privately 12 years ago. What? Blue Tees pigs haven't leaked anywhere. No boobs were seen in the incident. Just dicks. At least someone could have the decency to leak the boobs. Yeah, this is... Effort post. StarCraft 2 player Steve Bonnell, aka Destiny, shares naked pictures of a fangirl. He calls her Butterface in Shrek. She responds by posting pictures of his dick, angering his fans. Destiny again responds, this time threatening to contact her school and get her financial aid cut. Understandably feeling humiliated, she was somehow able to gain access to his Twitter account, where she then leaked dick pictures he had been sending her. In her own words, from this thread, 14 plus, but she deleted her account. I'll come out and say this is blue tea. I really have nothing to lose. Long story short, Steven leaked nude pictures of me to his Skype friends. He then joked about how fucking hideous my face is compared to my beautiful body. They joked about how I look like Shrek. I do have a big nose, I guess. Someone who apparently was in the chat room emailed me from a Gmail account consisting of a bunch of random numbers. It had the chat log. When I confronted him about it, how does he respond? By threatening to contact her work and school so we can get her scholarships and financial aid removed. My man's been a menace for 12 plus fucking years, dude. 12 years. He insulted her behind closed doors in a private chat log. Nobody would ever see. She insulted him to the entire internet. Yeah, that's fair. And of course, no SRS thread would be complete without the obligatory calling a woman a cunt, even when the guy's completely in the wrong. In this case, because he has to pull out his match. We'd be pissed if he didn't play, since he's doing so well, even if he lost because of this cunt. Then we'll know at least he tried his best. And to top it all off, his poor girlfriend is brought out to protect him, partially because of the case of mistaken identity. How does she feel about the fact that her boyfriend is showing dick pictures of himself to his female StarCraft fans? Even she doesn't know. TLDR, guy shares new pictures of a female fan and calls her Shrek and Butterface. She responds by posting his dick pictures on Twitter. He threatens to call her school and work and get her scholarship removed and financial aid cut. His fans rush to his defense. Not sure what the drama is really. Nude pics, so fuck. Not like his dick was tiny. Chat log of him being a lad with his buddies and explaining he turned down a 15-year-old. Anyway. Once again, I will add to this story the same adage over and over again. Judge me by my enemies. Okay? Every single time. Why did he start attacking / targeting you so heavily? This is all insane. Because when he argued that he wanted to say the N-word in private, and it obviously frustrated his black podcast co-host and my friend Trihex at the time, and it was his friend as well. Like, they were friends before this incident. Okay? I was like, you can't do that. Even if you were to say it, I literally said, even if you were to say you would say this in public, or you would say the N-word in private, you saying that you're going to say it in private is basically saying you like saying it. That was our initial separation, which is community with a million different effort posts has actually completely changed the dynamic of, and still to this day lie about actively and say, no, it was because Destiny owned Hasan in the marketplace of ideas so hard he couldn't deal with it or something. And no, that was they say I gaslit Trihex, a black man, into feeling some type of way about his podcast co-host saying that he says the N-word in private. That's where the what a Weasley little liar clip comes from. What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude. Excuse me. Holy fucking shit. This, ironically, was me responding to a clip of Destiny lying to his audience saying that I actually agree with his position on the N-word. That his brilliant counter argument in his mind was, what if I were to say the N-word when I'm in a spaceship with no one around me? Would it still actually be a inherently racist act? That was his fantastic counter. Goes to show you that it literally does not fucking matter how insane an argument is. If you say it with enough confidence, people that also want to say the N-word will think that that is brilliant. Brilliant logic. Brilliant fucking logic. Anyway, so yeah. The N-word arc started because his dumbass volunteered that info too, because Denim's threatened to leak their spicy DMs, and he straight up goes, yeah, I say the N-word all the time. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was the fantastic, that was the fantastic hypothetical, the fantastic mind. He wrote a manifesto on it too, and then his fan base basically his fan base basically treated as like a brilliant way to take down all of his enemies. There was another thing I wanted to say. Posting about D is now banned in a subreddit. They are going quiet for 2 weeks. Only politics and memes. Huh. Interesting. The intellectual debate giant. What is this? Brianna Wu has come into the fray. Couldn't be a full story about Destiny Orbiters without Brianna Wu mentioned, and also Not So Erudite, who obviously is now known as Epstiny's own Ghislaine Maxwell, had a statement. My statement with the info so far. My opinion will update as information is made available. I have little info on new claims, and my opinion will continue to update as information does. I've only ever looked at the leaks that reached out to Pixie because I was concerned for her well-being. After I spoke with Pixie in person, she made clear her desire for me to bridge the gap between her and Steven, and her desire for as little attention as the leaks as anything identifying as possible. Both my involvement and my silence were at Pixie's request. My greatest concern this whole time was her well-being. Here are the logs. Now, any stops in the logs are to prevent other creators' names from being leaked. I've never been interested in shutting down conversation about this topic, only mentions that narrow the question of who could have leaked, again at Pixie's request. In the FQ message, I explicitly tell her to leave a comment up just to remove that part about mutual friends. Due to legal involvement. Everything here is released with all parties' consent. My DMs with Pixie were not given to Sunday or others with Pixie's consent. She just paused it. This is Brianna Wu speaking about how I gave all of my DMs with Destiny to my friend Mr. Girl Returns, someone investigating Destiny for sexual impropriety and abuse. Brianna is seen as calling me a sex criminal for making Destiny's treatment and words, no pornography, available to the investigation. And next to it is their statement on Destiny, who has been alleged to have been recording sexual acts without consent and distributing them without consent. I should probably be smart enough to keep my mouth shut about the Destiny and Pixie lawsuit, but here goes. That's the girl who defamed you? Who's the girl who defamed me? I don't have no idea what you're talking about. I care about both of them. Mr. Girl is literally known for making YouTube videos defending pedophilia. I don't know who fucking Mr. Girl is, bro. Is this is Mr. Girl? Okay, I don't care about this person, whoever this person is. I care about the actual post here. I should be smart. I care about Brianna Wu. I don't give a fuck about any of these other people. I should probably be smart enough to keep my mouth shut about the Destiny and Pixie lawsuit, but here goes. I care about both of them. Pixie is a good friend and someone I've worked with on several projects. She's seriously talented, fun to work with, and complements my skills in a way that makes collaborations really rewarding. You do not want to know who Mr. Girl is, trust. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Okay? Before this all came up, I had planned to hire her for an upcoming project, and I'm sticking with that decision. For the record, following through on this hire isn't me taking sides. I've made that clear to both her and people close to Steven. They both deserve their day in court, and I'm not here to weigh in on what's ultimately between them. I have offered no opinion on this action privately and made it clear I cannot. Wait, what? This isn't like a... Yo, Brianna Wu is permanently on her both sides shit, and inevitably will always side with Israel, okay? There is a party that is wronged, and then there's a party that's doing the harm, and Brianna Wu always starts off on the centrist position and then inevitably slides into the party that is doing the harm every single time. It's so crazy. I just want to be honest about where I'm coming from. Adulting can be... Oh my God, I'm done. I'm dead. She wrote adulting when talking about, like, both sides are probably a little bit at fault in this, you know, sex crime, sex pest situation. I'm adulting. Adulting can be awkward like this. I do hope people let the legal process play out instead of turning this into content or drama. First of all, that's literally all Destiny does. But yeah, lo and behold, when he's in the fucking legal crosshairs for once, and there's like accountability that is righteous and due, okay? All of a sudden it's like, oh, well, let's let the courts decide. He called this a legal arc, lol. I know. It's a serious situation for both of them, and they both deserve better than the avalanche of shitty clickbait sure to come. Jesus Christ. Epstiny leaking without consent is not in question. We have both Pixies and his own words to substantiate that. It isn't drama or a wait-and-see situation. Exactly. I don't understand. Also, this is not an arc. No matter how hard, you know, Destiny and his community will try to contentify this. But yeah. Referring to stuff like this as arcs or nukes minimizes the harm done to the actual victims in this circumstance, regardless of what the victims' opinions of me were when they were a part of the Destiny sex cult. Okay? They are still victims nonetheless. It's heinous. You never finished a Brianna Wu video? No, I don't care. It's fine. Minimizing the harm to victims is probably good, bro. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I didn't mean minimizing the actual, like, minimizing the harm that is being done to the victims is actually me saying minimizing the harm done to the victims. Like, limiting the harm. That's what I meant. You're not that dense. Right? Like, you understand that I'm talking about people trivializing the actual situation by turning it into quote-unquote content. Apparently, the reason Destiny and Nick fell apart is solely because Nick's community ratioed and harassed Mr. Girl, who was a deorbiter at the time, and not because Nick is a literal Nazi. What the fuck? That's insane. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Decultists are in panic mode trying to derail you for an hour. No, I think Destiny's own community even right now is for the first time ever, I would say, taking a very different tone on this than I have seen. Maybe some are in cope mode, and I'm certain that some are, you know, wishing harm upon me and my family or whatever the fuck, and still seemingly finding a way to make this about anyone else but Destiny, which is what's so crazy about it. Like, sure, Destiny himself doing this narcissistic bullshit, okay, is one thing, right? Him being inconsistent or hypocritical, or him defending his positions, no matter how nonsensical they may be, is one thing. But what I don't understand is how all of these like cult-like followers will also, with the same tone and same severity, do the exact same thing. Like, it doesn't, like, you're doing this for a whole ass other adult. You know what I mean? What is this? What do you think would be the appropriate way of even approaching her about that? Which is probably extremely difficult to prove in her case. She's not a high-profile micro-celebrity, and you didn't leak it maliciously. You didn't even leak it at all. You distributed it non-consensually. Yeah, I know. I looked into it for obvious reasons just to be sure, but I don't really care much about the legal side of it or whatever. Obviously, I have severely, at the very least, psychologically damaged her. Covering therapy or whatever is a minimum, and I have no problem helping out or sending her money for anything as a form of repatriation. I just didn't want it to come off like, hey, bitch, lol, I know I violated your trust in the worst way ever, but here's some money. Have fun. Interest. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy shit, I found the LSF mod takeover post, and you're entirely 100% correct about that guy. I never knew that. Wait, where's the post? Can you link it? There's a post that like shows the full takeover. It just got deleted. Wait, they deleted the post? Tarot card, aka Stale 2000, took over the sub after some criticism and refused to step down after a unanimous vote to remove him for abusive power tripping 4 months ago. Later, added power mods to camp it and kick the core team. We urge you to use r/livestream fails with an S from this point on forwards. There is a lot more about this guy, ranging from the cringe to downright abusive. He's not to be trusted. This was originally a document written to the admins who did nothing about this and has partially been redacted for privacy reasons. The sub has been replicated one-to-one looks-wise and functionality-wise. You can pick your old flares. Feel free to post. We're also relaxing old news rules, so feel free to post classic clips. Stale 2000 attempted the false DMCA, the Google Doc, but it can be found here till we find a better place for it. Yeah, this happened 4 months ago. No, it's right here. Zoom into the screenshot. What the fuck is this? TLDR, user tarot card, aka Stale 2000. A DGGer took over the sub after some criticism and refused to step down after a unanimous vote to remove him from abusive power tripping. Later added power mods to camp it and kick the core team. On September 4th, 2024, the r/livestream failed team decided to remove tarot card, aka Stale 2000, as he's commonly known as, from the top mod position of the subreddit due to constant behavior that eroded the trust in him with unilateral decisions opposed to the years-long protocols of consensus within the team. Also, if you recall, LSF mods have a private correspondence. LSF mods have a private correspondence, okay? Because at a time after Rekful, unfortunately passed away, they were like, "Oh, we're going to fix LSF. We're going to no longer make it a space for, negative opinions to thrive," right? And they had a Discord server where they had private Discord server shit for they had a private Discord server for like all the top content creators that they had created, right? I never even fucking used it. These guys constantly were like, "Hey, please, hey, can you please, remain on LSF, whatever. It's fine. We'll do a good job and we'll make sure that you're not like constantly fucking harassed and brigaded." Okay? I sent them one message. I said, "Hey, can I please get taken off of LSF like permanently? I just don't understand why I still get harassed for 2 years now. This is in fucking 2024. Like, this has been some lolcow thing for the Destiny Brigaders at this point. It's formulaic. It's not about accountability or truth. It's just dunking on me for my view count getting lower. Don't even understand why that's even remotely relevant to the Twitch course. It's been like this for years now. I was like, can you guys please just like take me off? I don't understand why the fuck I'm still on the subreddit. You know, I've tried to like openly brigade the subreddit so I would get banned off of it. And then you guys did ban me off of it. Off of the subreddit, but then you put me back on the subreddit because you noticed that you weren't getting as much fucking clicks. Okay? They literally leaked it immediately. They did. Like, they sent me millions and millions of messages. I never respond to them at all. And the one time where I'm like, just please take me off the fucking LSF subreddit. I don't understand what is accountability, you know what I mean, in this process where it's just like they're using the subreddit as their fucking comsock to basically consistently fucking brigade and harass me, okay? And it's ruining my fucking life. And guess what happened? They leaked that message, and then they leaked that message to Destiny, and then they made fun of it, okay? Now, what's so crazy about it is that this is after like 4 fucking years of non-stop, like Hasan did this, Hasan did that, when I hadn't done none of the things that they were claiming that I was doing. So then there was another moment on LSF history where they literally, by the way, they were like, you know what? We've actually decided no more cross-posting, like no more Destiny versus Hasan clips, because it was polluting the entire timeline. It wasn't my fucking community posting it. It was always Destiny's community posting clips of Destiny responding to Hasan, Destiny responding to Hasan, Destiny responding to Hasan. Okay? So they stopped that. So you know what the Destiny community did? They brigaded the Asmongold subreddit. That's literally what they did. So now they're posting clips out of fucking context on the Asmongold subreddit, and now Asmongold is fucking reacting to it, and then that's getting upvoted on the LSF. And then they would use XQC's subreddit too. They was just like, okay, we can't get Destiny to shit on Hasan. Why don't we just fucking use the XQC and Asmongold subreddits as our main vehicle? So then they basically stopped that, okay? They stopped that as well. But then they started going after people in my orbit, okay? They started going after people like Frogan. They started going after people like Caroline. They have never stopped. They even did this to fucking Daft back in the day. It's so psychotic. Daft still has like stalkers from the one time where when she defended me during the Cracker Saga, okay? They're fucking insane, dude. They're insane. And guess whose subreddit they're using now? Ethan fucking Klein. Completely taken over by Destiny's biggest dick riders and sycophants. Like, that's it. It's all done over subreddit. It's psychotic. It's like cancerous. Yeah, Tarot Card recently removed that rule and also allowed politics threads again. They held a community vote so they could post Epstiny threads about you again. Yeah. Funny thing is, all of this effort only made XQC and Asmon's audience more right-wing. They hate you at the expense of their own party. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, that's the other hilarious part of the story is that, like, doing that over and over again develops an audience of right-wingers, just like Destiny developed an audience full of right-wingers until he fucking talked about how he was glad that Corey Contemporary got assassinated. Okay? You calling him out was posted and getting traction and they deleted it? What? Oh, on LSF? I'm sure it got deleted. They have that shit fucking wired down, dude. They still. The vote for politics post failed and they reposted it till yes for the politics post to win. Oh, nice. Someone posted your take on the mod and they just deleted it now. Stale's a pathetic loser. Yeah, it's crazy. Accusations of cover-up of D's crime. Spam. LSF meta post. LSF must not be the main I genuinely don't know another community that is this savagely obsessed with another. It's the most mind-boggling shit ever. It's also incredibly one-sided. Every now and then, I'll just like say enough when they end up doing something that is so insane. Okay. Every now and then, like Destiny will choose to fucking defend Israel vociferously, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's a bridge too far for me. I'm gonna talk about it. And then his entire community, after fucking 5 years of nonstop posting about me, will then turn around and be like, see, he's obsessed. It's all projection. That's literally, it's crazy. It's crazy. There's like, oh yeah, he talks about Destiny too much. You know? Are the Destiny community right-wing or liberals? Great question. It just depends on which time frame you're asking this question. Okay? It just depends. It's entirely dependent on what he's feeling like defending at the time. Okay? And the reality is he's a mercenary. And you know what it is? It's like a bunch of 40 to 35-year-old 4chan IT guys that were incredibly right-wing and neo-Nazi back in like the 2016 era decided that they could still do the same troll ops, right? But if they presented themselves as liberals and align with the Democratic Party, they could more easily virtue signal. They could more easily and more convincingly virtue signal. There have always been communities like this online, many of which I will not name. Okay? But it feels like virtually all of the fucking harassment communities got together and made this their like bread and butter, made this their number one drama center where they can just like go after random fucking people and try to bully them and make content out of like how they can get to manipulate this person's lives. But ultimately, there is not a real there's no real politics there. It's not about politics. It's about chaos. It's about shitting on people, and it's about, you know, doing harm to them and getting people like kicking people when they're down or putting them down a peg, right? That's what it's about. Like, united we are strong. And we can actually take out some of these fucking assholes. And it makes sense. Like, if you're kind of sad and you want a sense of community and you want to feel a sense of power in all of the otherwise powerlessness that you experience on a daily basis, whether it's at your fucking workplace or whether it's about like trying to get politicians to do your bidding for once, right? When everything else reminds you of your powerlessness, this is the one space you have where you actually have a fraction of power, where you can look at a fucking asshole on your screen and find out what their phone number is and like order fucking pizza delivery to their house or something just to fuck with them, right? Or call the cops on them and SWAT them. And this is how a lot of these communities operate, where they just like, they feel powerful by you know, trying to fuck with people that they watch on screen. Twitch as a medium definitely is perfect for that sort of thing. It's just that I don't think there's ever been a content creator so successful at navigating this sphere and simultaneously masquerading as like a political actor. Most of them are usually like, you know, lol cows themselves, like Ice Poseidon, or, you know, people that end up falling victim to their own community, inevitably harassing them to a degree where they're just like done. They can't do anything about it. Destiny, on the other hand, has constantly found new victims to turn into lol cows. And even if someone that he wants to turn into a lol cow doesn't turn into a lol cow, he can at least make it seem like they have done, they've been impactful. Okay. And therefore, his community has never come after him. But maybe one day they'll wake up to the reality that it's actually him who is the fucking lol cow. And I think that's what scares Destiny more than anything else, is that one day his community will wake up to the reality that he's maybe not the best guy. And a lot of the rest of the world actually looks at people like him and people in his audience as fucking losers. And that his audience will turn on him and also treat him like the way he has treated others. Anyway. No, dog, they were hyping him up when he rapped an AI version of yourself. They're fucking lost in the sauce. I mean, some are for sure. That's the other thing. Yeah. It's so pathetic that, yes, Destiny had a fan make an AI rap battle video between me, okay, an AI version of me, that Destiny himself actually rap battled. That's a real thing that they did. And they thought it was fucking awesome. No, I never reacted to that shit. That's too much cringe, man. I'll fucking die. And then these guys have the audacity to say, I'm obsessed. It's craziness. If I were to show you that, you would die. I'm not even kidding. If I were to show you the AI rap battle, you would fucking perish. It's like secondhand, third-hand embarrassment. Nuclear levels. What is this? As long as he keeps giving them a platform where they can beg the entire universe for love and attention, he'll do anything he wants to them and they'll defend him. That's why that's why they're doing Project Stargate, to improve AI rap battles. Here's the obsessed bar.
Bro, is that seriously all you have to say? All these years of no contact?
I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this even in jest. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm sorry. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, I will not do that to you. I will not do that to you, okay? But I'm glad you saw a peep of it. To this day, I have not watched it. I've only seen like bits and pieces. Like, that's the 3-second clip is the most I can see. Is the most I can entertain. How psychotic is that? That's like, dude, this is the problem with the internet, okay? In general. This is the problem with the internet in general. In the real world, back in the day before the internet, if someone were to do things like that, okay, obviously technology hadn't improved to this degree, they would be called a stalker, okay? Like, that is basically the internet version of, you know, doing newspaper clippings and thinking that Jodie Foster is actually communicating to you to go and fucking shoot Ronald Reagan, okay? Like, that's like the OG version of what is happening here. But now, because this shit is online and people can become content creators, that level of psychopathic fucking obsession can be turned into content, okay? And there's like enough communities. There's enough people out there who will watch it. Come on, stalker, you're a public figure and that's just cringe, not some private stuff. Dog, please, dude. There is a level of pathological obsession. If you want to address my takes as a public figure, that's one thing. Don't try to fucking justify this by being like, you're a public figure. Okay, dude. I guess because I'm a public figure, that's all of that is normal. Yeah. It's cringe rap battle. Dog, I'm not involved in it. You understand? It's an AI version. Like if someone did that about Ben Shapiro, I would never rap over it. You understand? I wouldn't rap over a fucking AI version of Ben Shapiro. You want to know why? I hate Ben Shapiro, but I'm not a fucking loser. And I hope you understand that you're not. I hope you understand that that's loser shit and you shouldn't entertain stuff like that. Also, people stalk public figures all the time. What the fuck are you saying? It's cringe rap battle, not stalking, private stuff. Yeah, opposed to the private figure Jodie Foster in your example. Yeah, like Jodie Foster is not communicating messages to that random person. I hope you understand. Okay. Oh, here. This website shows all of the deleted threads. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, here. Let's see what the deleted threads were on the subreddit. Asman doesn't say the gamer word a lot off stream. Asman doesn't say the gamer word a lot off stream. Train question. Okay, these are Hasan comments before Destiny does. Neuralink Starlink got implemented years ago. Free the zombies. I don't know what this is. LSF mods accused of helping cover up Destiny's sex crimes. Cherry announced that she's filing a criminal complaint against Destiny. Streamer Sherry now actively pressing charges against Destiny for sharing sexual recordings without consent. Destiny getting another lawsuit thrown his way by a former orbiter Cherry. Cherry claims Destiny secretly recorded sexual encounters. I mean, some of these are like doubled. XQC compares Destiny's revenge porn to Extra Emily comparing her sexual partners. Why did this get deleted?
Everybody's up in arms about this, but what about the list that of Extra Emily of previous sexual partners and their performance that she showed other people on stream, and people were like, this is kind of weird. Nobody made a big deal.
Okay, hold on. What's worse? A former partner of yours talking about, what's worse? A former partner of yours talking about your stroke game, okay, XQC, or that very same former partner of yours leaking a consensual or maybe non-consensual sex tape you guys filmed together because they wanted to fuck someone else and they were showing their pussy game to the other person, and then that person somehow allowed this content to be distributed. Which one would be worse in this situation? I feel like one is severely worse than the other. As far as like reaches, this is the most insane thing to compare. Especially because one is gossip and mean and shitty. Make no mistake. The other is fucking illegal. What the fuck?
Nobody made a big deal about that. That is the exact same thing. It was like, dude, but that's like images. That's like, no, I don't give a shit. That's the most intimate. It's the culmination of the interpersonal relationship in romance is intimacy. If you share that, right, in any way, you're wrong, especially without consent. Okay? It is the absolute pinnacle of two person together is doing the deed, whether it's...
That's crazy. So you can never say you had sex ever? No, it's just like, it's insane that there is any comparison here. It's not. I wonder why the LSF mods deleted this post though. Maybe because it was a fucking insane thing to say and it made XQC look bad, so they deleted it. I don't know. Yeah. Usually this is what happens when like people post stuff like this and it reaches a boiling point, there are people who can get shitted on the sub, okay? Asmongold, for, you know, my disagreements with Asmongold on the political side, my disagreements with Asmongold are plenty, but Asmongold is a valid target for LSF standards. Everybody shits on Asmongold. I myself am a valid target for LSF standards by the, you know, eyes of the mod team. XQC and Destiny, on the other hand, who are, of course, very much aligned with one another, those are not valid targets. So yeah, when Asmongold shits on me, that gets upvoted. That's allowed. When I shit on Asmongold, that gets upvoted. That's allowed. Why would he bring that up anyways? He's just deflecting and protecting D. Because he likes Destiny. He relies, I mean, he confides in Destiny. So I suspect that that's the reason why he said that initially. And then probably realized that it's indefensible and felt bad. And I don't know, maybe he reached out, or maybe the mods just deleted it anyway. Literally every single clip, that I mean, every single thread that's been deleted is like Destiny threads. Holy shit. What? Hasan's dog Fish heard that. Oh, you got banned? This reminded me that I got banned on LSF for doing PR for you like 4 years ago. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. Locked post. New comments can't be posted. Yeah, that was the fun. That was another really funny moment. Remember when all made Destiny look bad because people were like, oh, these guys are deranged. They did that because they hate Hasan. How fucking nuts is that? Yeah, this was the post. I didn't post this. This honestly is a crime against nature. 128,000 upvotes. And in that process, people found out that it was actually Destiny who did it. Okay. And his community did it. And they were like, wow, this guy fucking sucks. And they couldn't deal with like the Reddit. They couldn't deal with Reddit for even a second, thinking that this was like kind of fucked up. Literally had to rewrite history about it. They still talk about the r/place thing. I saw one of them posting about it like a month ago. Yeah, every single thing that has happened, every single thing that has fucking happened that like they make a big goddamn deal about, they just decide they have to like reframe the narrative, and they desperately work tirelessly to just be like, yeah, that's not how it happened actually. It's actually Hasan that came after Destiny initially, and that's why they took his fish memorial down, and he was really sad, and he cried a lot about it, and it's K911 or whatever the fuck. Like, no, I don't care, man. You guys made yourself look like a bunch of fucking weird, delusional losers in front of the one platform that you're supposed to have a lot of dominance over, and it made you lose your fucking minds. It's crazy. XQC on Destiny's community.
Yo, I feel bad for the fucking like the DiggyG viewers and the fucking like what is it called? The Dalit bands or whatever the fuck. That all the orbiters are so fucking ill Like, maybe it's what you guys like, low key. Like, everybody that Destiny associates with are all like, all the orbiters are all fucking ill as bricks. Like, fucking ill. Like, fucking, like, Exodia of mental illness. Oh yeah? You got that? Watch this. Boom! Pull out the whole deck of cards. I got all of those. Oh yeah? Watch what I got. Like, holy shit. What's up with these people, man? Like, I don't get it.
I know he's kind of cooking here. No, dude. He's just, I mean, time and place. I don't disagree that like a lot of Destiny's orbiters have some serious problems, but he's saying that while one of Destiny's former orbiters are now one of Destiny's major victims, okay? They're victims here. I don't know who the fuck he's talking about. Do you know what Exodia is? No, I don't. But yeah, I mean, he is, he's a major Destiny dick rider. You didn't see the clip that got me banned? Explain how this is too much politics.
Does your dog have the same mental problems as Sleepy Joe? Son, how will coronavirus affect? Come on, go to bed.
Aw. Fish. I have to defend him. He was talking about one disparaging her. Okay. I'm glad that he was I'm glad that he isn't that much of a fucking Destiny dick rider, that he realizes that this is like unacceptable. He won't care a week. Listen, he'll call him a fucking weirdo or whatever, but he's a week from now you'll see, or a month from now you'll see. I'm not holding my fucking breath, okay? No shot Trump is burning the West to the ground, and you're going on about streamer Dama. Fuck me, man. Please ban. I mean, I'm not going to. But should go after the cringe cryptos. This is an interesting fucking take from a guy who has only been in here very active in 2019. Interesting. A guy who's only been active in here in 2019 only comes back here, should go after the cringe cryptos once, and only comes back here after I'm talking about Destiny to say, no shot Trump is burning the West to the ground and you're going on about streamer drama. Fuck me, man. Please ban. I wonder what caused Harucifer to get in here to say that. Does he care about Donald Trump burning the West Bank? I suspect that's what you're saying, right? What is this? Is this the person? Oh, wait a minute. This guy posted Destiny's subreddit 4 hours ago. What? You don't say. You don't say that someone who was really active in my community. I'm a Brazilian Lauren, longtime fan of Destiny, yours. Want to talk about Brazil. Comes back in here today, of all days, the one fucking time where I'm talking about Destiny, the one time I'm talking about Destiny, for the past 15 months, every single fucking day I've talked about Israel and Palestine, and you came in here right now, following since 2018, you came in here right now, 15 months, every day I'm talking about Israel, crickets, nothing. The one time I'm not talking about Israel and I'm talking about Destiny, you come in here to be like, wow. I am a DGGer, but never dabbled into you two guys' drama, Omegalo, but you're unhinged about him just as much as he's unhinged about you. Kill me. The one time I talk about Destiny, lol W. Every time. What did I tell you guys earlier? What did I tell you earlier? Remember when I told you this man has never stopped coming after me for fucking 5 years now? Destiny fans love coming in and being like, you always talk about him. You're just as unhinged about him. The only time I talk about Destiny is if he's fucking doing like Israel apologia, or if he is literally being legally sued by a former orbiter. Anyway, Harucifer, whatever the fuck your name is, maybe down the line when he fucks you over too in some meaningful way and you do a call out post, you'll hope that I will actually offer you the dignity and the time instead of being like, well, his orbiters are all crazy and move on. Don't act like you fucking came in here randomly. You saw in the Discord that I was talking about Destiny and you came in here to be like, oh, this guy only talks about Destiny. Come on, man. So pathetic. Everybody. No, I'm not going to ban you, you little shit. You fucking loser. Get out of here. You're nothing. Anyway. Are we Russia now? Yes. I know the Republican holdover the House is supposedly the slimmest majority, but should I feel hopeful about that? No. We are 100% in a very unique space, okay? We are definitely in the not so great zone in terms of fascism. Yeah, Hasan banned me. Ban me like you banned my alt. Anyway. It's funny because like no one is duped by this shit, especially in this community, especially right after I talked about how endlessly Destiny's fans operate this way, you know? Hasanabi clips on LSF, which is very unique. And it only started happening this week. And I don't know what that was about. But seemingly, that's the latest situation there. Used to be normal a couple of years ago. It's no longer normal. The DiggyG of the year for 2024, He Hates You Too Lol, just got banned from DiggyG because he sided with the victims of his stream. Yeah. So I don't know why you know that. That's kind of crazy. But yes, there seems to be a massive rift in his own community, partially because I think this is not just like random victims that Destiny can so quickly disparage, but instead other content creators within his orbit. So his fan base has developed a likeness for some of these content creators. So it's not so easy to just like disparage them and shit on them. And there's this mass exodus happening, or mass chaos happening in his own community, it seems. Michael from Pennsylvania here says, Destiny started to ban longtime collaborators JSTLK, Cherry, and Pixie because of admitted by him allegations of him sharing pornography of multiple women non-consensually he created with them. This is a civil and criminal offense in the state of Florida, and Pixie has announced intent to sue. But going back to his own personal subreddit moderation and going back to everything that's going on, you might recognize some of these names because they all fucking hate me. Okay? And just because they hate me, I'm not going to be a piece of shit and say, oh, good riddance or whatever. They are still victims. Okay? Just so you understand. Sherry is another one of the victims of Destiny. Apparently, allegedly, according to her, Destiny actually secretly, without her consent, recorded her. She only found out about this because one of her friends heard the footage and noticed that it was her voice in the footage. Okay? But going back to brigading and subreddits in general, this information, while it was out there in the ether for quite some time, never gained a lot of momentum. Part of that was because they couldn't make it into any subreddits. They would either get deleted from the top subreddits or could be easily ignored. in Destiny's own community, obviously, moderators keep a very tight leash, and we're deleting all mentions of this stuff, and still, to their best of their ability, try to keep all of this information under control. Meanwhile, Destiny's co-host Dan Saltman, you guys might remember him, the Adpocalypse guy, would appear on Turkey Tom's Tom Dark live stream to discuss this, and makes another statement on stream. I believe there was a clip on LSF of that as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw that this morning, and I was shocked to see that, like any sort of clip such as that one being featured on LSF as well. Don't know if they deleted that or not. Meanwhile, it seems that XQC is actually somewhat, taking the side of Destiny in this process, which is also, I guess, somewhat expected. I don't think Asmongold has talked about it, but who knows? I think the Dan Saltman clip has been deleted from the LSF subreddit, it seems. Anyway. Even XQC isn't defending him now?
Yo, I feel bad.
Lonerbox retweeted the victim's Twitter statement, and it seems like Lonerbox has cut ties with Destiny because of this. No, I saw... who cares? Asmongold's a loser. Asmongold has covered every single time one of Destiny's orbiters have clipped something I've said out of context, and so has XQC. It's always shocking when, in the same week, when both XQC and Asmongold are getting top upvoted clips on LSF talking about how racist I am because I've, tried to explain with a nuanced position about like racism against white people not being the same as racism against black people. They have top upvoted comments. In the same week, Destiny will literally say the N-word, and then they will either never really cover it, or they'll end up defending Destiny saying the N-word, saying that he didn't have any sort of negative intentionality behind saying the N-word. This is a very real thing that has happened not once, not twice, but I think 3 times now. So it is important when you look at what some people choose not to cover, especially when they, much like myself, are on live streams for 8 hours a day. Especially if their content oftentimes is slop in general or drama in general. That's why a lot of people were mad at Asmongold for not initially covering Elon Musk faking, playing, Path of Exile 2. That's why people were shocked and confused as to why Elon or why Asmongold was not talking about Elon Musk potentially, faking playing Path of Exile 2. The clip you were looking for about Dan is in the link in that thread. The other says, the one that says later makes another statement. Oh, okay. This is the statement that he made. It's a locked post now.
For Steve. Listen,
I'm
fucking
an
help me.
abuser or anything.
You guys are like forcing me to fucking sleep for Steve. Listen.
Well,
First of
no,
all,
do it. Go for it. Like
You
I
seem
don't know.
forced
to do this frequently.
okay. First of all, okay, I would say that I'm pretty confident that everyone who was featured in these videos also sent videos of them and other people as well. But nobody talks about that.
I'm
What?
an
Help me.
abuser or anything.
You guys are like forcing me to.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty confident that everyone who was featured in these videos also sent videos of them and other people as well.
Okay. Classic, I just made up a no you defense, but that's cool. Brilliant minds over there. related to begin with. He made a vague statement in his don't know exactly what happened here. Maybe they got hacked or maybe someone else that had access to the footage leaked it. Okay. Pete is online, says his community has a recurring show called Rape Review where they have practiced defending predators and now the same talking points come out. Maybe he was, creating this so that he could have an army of people who would defend him, down the line. Like I said, I don't need to say allegedly because I don't know. I'm openly admitting I don't know what happened. Right? I believe some of the people, Destiny consensually filmed, and allegedly, according to Sherry, she was one of the victims who was not consensually filmed, according to Sherry herself. Okay? If you're asking about the permission of how some of this footage was filmed. What is this? X is looking at proof descending it himself?
Like, brother, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, these are the conversations that he had, I believe, with that 19-year-old, right? And this is where this is where the initial leaks came from. Like, people found out all of the weird things that Destiny was into and never really truly investigated how people figured that out. But it turns out it was because he was, including the videos, the sex tapes he had sent to random people.
Okay, that is off the fucking rails.
I don't think I have much BJ stuff recorded, lol. It's fine, hee. Oh, there was a girl once. She was young, so she was kind of new and wasn't that good, but she would just hold on to me and tongue the head a lot, which actually ended up feeling good, lol, but no cum shot. You want that vid? I'd love it. Oh my God.
Off the rails. That's diabolical behavior.
Straight sex cult shit, dude. Straight up. I've often maintained the position that they behave like a cult, and doing weird sex pest behavior and sex crimes potentially further solidifies that. Many commenters have noticed that Destiny did not respond to the allegation he had distributed pixie sexual/nude images without our consent. They've also noticed that the DMs included in his own statement, as well as Pixie's, reveal an acknowledgement of him doing exactly that. That is where the main Destiny drama stands at this time on the subreddit. Another former collaborator of Destiny's, Cherry, alleged to be a victim of the same behavior, and a follow-up tweet and a link of the comment thread with screenshots. Here's what she said. Today I was made aware of an intimate audio recording taken of me without my consent that was also shared without my consent. I'm upset right now, and I'm going to give myself time to process. This is serious. The person who received the recording from Destiny was not aware I did not consent to the recording. They recognized me by my voice and messaged me today out of concern. I don't feel comfortable sharing more right now. Now, understand that his community that he has cultivated is so ruthless and so cruel that they call it a lawsuit. Is this a possible future Destiny lawsuit? Like a lawsuit. but a lawsuit because it's content. Everything is content. She then followed up and said, oh, this as I posted as well. Destiny has banned the people who have spoken out against them from his Discord server. Alleged Discord messages where Destiny admits to recording his phone in his pocket during the sex act. It is not clear if this was a consensual recording. Hold on. I don't know where that is. Pixie has now announced on Twitter and X that other women have been coming forward about receiving pornographic content from Destiny with concerns that it may have been sent non-consensually. Destiny has announced a break from streaming. This link is broken. If someone has a better link, please let me know. Destiny has almost made other comments regarding this on his Discord. r/Destiny moderator has made a statement on the state of the sub. Sherry has announced that she is making a police report and pressing charges against Destiny. And wait, did I click on this already? Oh, this is the one. This is the last post that she had. Destiny has blocked me and banned me and people supporting me from his community. I have not done anything besides asking for an explanation, as I was assured this was something he didn't do to me. When I wasn't given one privately, I spoke publicly. I am not involved in any lawsuit or coordinating with anyone seeking justice due to the leaks in November, though they have had my empathy and support in their efforts. It is only yesterday I became aware that Destiny had recorded me while we had sex without my consent, and with no regard for me, also shared that recording with others. 2 women now have let me know they have received sexual recordings taken of me in September 2023 without my consent. I thank them so much for their concern for me. No amount of public humiliation will ever make me regret being made aware of what was done to me. I will be filing a police report and pressing charges. This is a separate person, a separate incident. Not Pixie, but a different person that was also a self-proclaimed Destiny orbiter. Okay? No, recorded her and Destiny having sex. Destiny recorded them having sex without her consent or knowledge. The sex act was with consent, as far as I understand. Pixie includes these screenshots in her Substack post. The last link is insane because he's offering to basically pay her off by paying her bills to make her feel better about leaking her sex tape. This is what Pixie said. I'll be suing Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II. On November 29th, I learned that the streamer Destiny had non-consensually shared pornographic content of me online. My dignity, peace of mind, and hopes for the future were stripped away in a mere matter of seconds following the betrayal of someone I previously trusted. I am at least the 3rd person he has done this to. I hope to be the last. I will not be commenting on the experience of the other women he has hurt, as it is not my place or story to tell. I will, however, share my story in the hopes of preventing this from occurring again. If you recall, if you want to understand the way that Destiny operates, usually, a great example of this is with Cutie Cinderella. Okay? Destiny will randomly shit on Ludwig, okay? And then we'll bring up Cutie Cinderella and the AI porn debacle, and we'll say some of the most vicious things that I don't even want to repeat right now about Cutie, randomly, completely unprompted. And his fan base will yell at him for like a little bit. Some people will criticize him for it, okay, in his fan base. He'll ban some of those naysayers, most likely unbanning them later down the line. But for the time being, there's a little bit of friction in his own community, okay? And then his community will then further tell everyone else that is watching from the outside how much difference in opinion actually thrives in his community, in an effort to make it seem like there's a lot of discourse on this stuff and that his community is not a hive-minded cult. And then later down the line, they'll turn around and just make it seem like it was all jokes, that it wasn't a big deal at all, completely diluting the actual harm that was done. That's just one example. This is far more severe. Okay? That's why everything is considered to be an arc. All of the manifestos are considered to be nukes. It's all content. Bridges are being burned for the sake of content. Meanwhile, in that process, there are a lot of people that get harmed along the way. But it doesn't matter because anyone and everyone will be treated like a lolcow by Destiny. First, they'll show you so much support and will bring you into the community and give you clout and, make you feel awesome. Then, in a moment's notice, Destiny can turn on you. And when that happens, they will literally, not dissimilar to how Scientology operates, will come after you and leak all of your private details, will come after you and will say some of the most insane, unhinged shit about you. And most of these people are obviously not massive, sizable content creators. I, on the other hand, am a massive and sizable content creator, and Destiny still hasn't stopped doing this. Collaborating with anyone and everyone that will say, fuck Hasan, I want to kill Hasan, like Sam Hyde, for example. Actively bringing their community into his in an effort to continue the endless sequence of fuck Hasan posts. Okay? Nothing is too far. Okay? And this story is just one of many others of wronged people in the process. People that were fans of Destiny initially. People that were friends of Destiny in the aftermath. People that became orbiters, self-described orbiters in the process. Becoming content creators and developing a fandom. Developing their own audience and their own communities in the process. From Destiny's communities. Everything turns into a meme, though, shortly thereafter. Sometimes directly in the process of the awful shit unfolding. She said, I've known Destiny for around 5 to 6 years now and often find myself in heavy disagreement with him. Despite this, I do my best to see the best sides of all people, trying my hardest to spread positivity and create understanding where I can. It's corny, but I want to meet people where they are and focus on which ways we can build bridges together towards a better future for everyone. Some call this a fault of mine. They claim I'm naive and should be more careful. Those people are right. When I was 19, over 5 years ago, I was extremely sexually inexperienced and sheltered. Being severely terrified of leading someone on or sexual assault, I thought I could trust Destiny, who I had multiple long conversations with regarding consent and boundaries. So you can imagine my surprise when I discovered he distributed pornographic content of me without my consent. Yes, you read that right. Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II sent pornographic content of me to a random 19-year-old e-girl Discord kitten whom he had never met before, and then she published it to the whole world. Rest assured, despite never having met her, he at least spoke to her plenty of times on the phone. What is this link? Let's click on it. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is a Discord message from him. There shouldn't be. No, I'm so sorry. There's literally zero excuse. I've had phone convos and stuff with this person. They were fairly close to me. It's worthless to say it at this point, but I'm super sorry. There's literally no excuse. I won't say or confirm anything about them. If there's any particular action or thing I can do, just let me know. This is after the fact that, the stuff was released, and I guess she talked to Destiny directly. Of course, this is what he says happened. I think it is just as likely that he used her as a proxy to widely distribute this material while claiming deniability. I do not understand why Destiny would knowingly and willingly put me in a position where I would receive nonstop sexual abuse and harassment. If we believe him, he was trying to impress a barely legal teenager using my body and my privacy. The betrayal, coupled with hundreds of messages I've received filled with sexual harassment and abuse, have left me feeling hopeless and devoid of almost all happiness. The only thing that has kept me going is the hope that I can bring this man to justice and have him face legal consequences for his actions. For the past month, I have been speaking to lawyers about my situation and what to do, and have decided this is the best course of action. I will be suing him for violating U.S. Code 15 U.S.C. civil action relating to disclosure of intimate images and for publication of private facts in Florida. I'll be seeking emotional and punitive damages for his actions. I've been told that a court case like this could potentially cost over tens of thousands of dollars. I am terrified. I mean, this guy talks about potentially suing Hasan. Couldn't be a Destiny story without it somehow getting back to me, of course. As if for fun, And Hasan actually has the resources to defend himself. I cannot imagine what he might try to do to me in the process. What is
That's
this?
really interesting that Destiny also said he was an out and about Nazi, because it didn't seem like he had any issues basically platforming Sam Hyde when Sam Hyde was talking about how he wanted to murder me.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up. You're such a baby, dude. I didn't actually know back then if Sam Hyde was like a full-on Nazi or not. I didn't know 100%. There was still like a little bit of doubt in my mind. I wasn't sure.
If I'm, wait, hold on. If I recall, wow, look at that. The first thing that comes up, I have to fight Hasan Piker, Sam Hyde clarifies. No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you knew. I'm pretty sure you did know. He plays a clip where he says the exact thing you said.
But then when I started watching some of his, like his serious podcast stuff, I was like, oh shit, this guy is like a super Nazi. This is in 2022. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was kind of leaning towards maybe him being a Nazi, but I didn't think, I didn't know at this point. I didn't really 100% think he was.
You had this shit ready? No, it's in this. No, this is ironically something that he posted saying that he's going to sue me for the memes, I guess.
It's funny because you can tell actually that I don't know that he's a Nazi because I don't really, I don't challenge him on like any Nazi tier stuff. I don't know if I even ask about it. Did I ask about the journalist?
I would kill Hasan is literally one of the fucking... Bro. Wait. It's a chapter title.
Stuff. This was before the boxing match too.
Yeah, you got anyone you want to?
This was in August 27th.
Destiny, this was before he recorded the Candyman persona, said, Hasan Piker, I'm going to kill you, and talk about Creator Clash at the start of the interview.
And I chatted with him. Oh. I chatted with him before this. Oh, so this was even before the Hasan shit.
Yeah, except you just scrolled over the pedophile Nazi literally talking to you and saying that he wanted to fucking kill me. And let's see how he plays it, because I'm sure he plays it, right? Like he's got to play it, right? I don't know why he's talking about bad empanada. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Where is it? Is this it?
Hasan?
I have to fight Hasan Piker. You know who that is?
Why do you hate Hasan so much? Jesus. So Hasan.
The original argument that they make that like I say Destiny never I never collaborated with Destiny or anything like that. No, it was just like, it's weird that he thinks that I owe him permanently. You know what I mean?
Already doing exactly what I wanted to do. So when people like David Pakman decide to come on Twitch, or people like Kyle Kalinske decide to come on Twitch, this is an incredible thing. I love this. The alt-right have an absolute hold, a stranglehold on
2 years on Twitch, but yeah.
You created him. I have to kill him.
Well, if you're trying to fundraise for that, I would absolutely help you. Dude, anyway, he's been training. Did you see his Twitter videos? He's taking.
I've seen his.
Oh, because he thinks that kill him here, I'm fundraising to assassinate Hasan Piker. For when he's talking about.
Wait, but I didn't even say that. I didn't even realize he was saying that he was going to fundraise to kill me. No, I was. If I've ever talked about like fundraising to kill me, it's probably one of the recent incidents. Whether Destiny had said, "I hope he kills himself one day," or oh, it's because the article where you said I paved the way. Oh, that's the. Oh my God, it's the fucking. Was a complex article or whatever? I don't even remember what I exactly said. Now, what's really interesting is, okay, what's really interesting about this process here is that I don't know if we could find it because I know that they deleted that Reddit thread down the line, but maybe with the Wayback Machine or something, I could possibly find it. That clip of him talking to Sam Hyde was brigaded. It was posted, as always, Destiny's clips against me get posted on LSF, and was brigaded, and it went to r/all. Okay? It went all the way to the top of Reddit. It went to the front page of Reddit, where, you know, it seemed like people, Nazis specifically, were celebrating Destiny, talking about Sam Hyde killing me, you know? A very strange time. And I remember at the time, even the comments were like, what are we doing? Do we hate Hasan that much that we're, you know, celebrating a fucking Nazi pedophile? Interesting stuff. Anyway, why did we take this sidestep? Okay, why did we take this side journey? Because apparently Destiny voluntarily brought this up. And it was featured in Pixie's Substack post talking about how Destiny wants to potentially sue me. You may not remember what you said, but Epstiny, Diddy, Sexpestiny, DiggyG remembers what you said. He remembers it every day of his life. Yeah, but they also don't remember the actual things that I say, but instead remember like whatever was clipped out of context and massaged as the new truth in the sex cult that he operates. Anyway, I cannot imagine what he might try to do with, to me in this process. Sometimes I wonder if he does this as an intimidation tactic. Yes, he does. I wonder if he purposely is trying to put fear into my heart when he casually talks about throwing money into a lawsuit with a multimillionaire who can fight back, as if it's an indirect flaunt, warning over his capability of outspending me in whatever legal case I throw at him. At the request of my friends, I have been encouraged to link my Give, Send, Go regarding this case here in hopes that we can raise enough for me to legally succeed. It's a givesendgo.com/sue Destiny. Themasius found the link, but because of the auto mod, he can't post it. Can we give Themasius permission to post the link? Mods, are you in here? He doesn't approve to people like Pixie who doesn't have the resource to fight back and hates it that he can't do it because he can't do it to Hasan. I mean, I don't know how he would try and sue me over this. Like, that would be so fucking stupid. Not only is it stupid because I found it, but I can't post it. Automod. Okay, try it again. Oh, he is trying. Can you just send it to Fizz, to Macias? Oh yeah, this is another instance where Destiny talked about killing me.
God, he's so cringe. He's like such a cringe loser. I would pay we'd raise $1 million to send this dude to go fight in Yemen, and then all of us would volunteer for the Navy. Holy shit, he's such a cringe.
You should tell him that. Aw. After it didn't get to RL. I was wrong. It got to 4.2K upvotes on LSF. It got archived and the post was deleted by the person who originally posted it. Damn. Maybe we can look back at the Wayback Machine now that we have the link from the time frame that it was posted to see who the user was that posted it. This is how they do all the time, by the way. They will post numerous posts to the LSF subreddit, and then if it actually doesn't favor Destiny, they'll delete it. One of the posts at the same time frame did go to r/all. That's why I'm saying it, but I can't.
I don't think it was this one. Not only that, but also, if you guys recall, during the supposed adpocalypse, where Destiny and Dan Saltman collaborated with ADL and numerous other pro-Israel organizations to try to get me banned, and including Richie Torres, sent him like a bunch of clips from a website called hamasabi.com leading up to the election, because they just simply wanted to get an own on me and get me banned off of Twitch. A smear campaign that Ethan Klein also jumped on board with very willingly and voluntarily, including but not limited to happily using some of the clips titled Hamasabi, my former podcast co-host, by the way. Okay. When they were doing this mass brigading campaign, as they were sending botted emails out to every single advertiser on Twitch with the hopes that they could pressure Twitch to ban me before the election, not because they supposedly care about anti-Semitism. These guys say anti-Semitic shit all the time, but because they wanted to punish me, because they think that I'm the one who is responsible for Destiny getting banned, and not this kind of behavior, okay? Due to, I suspect, a lot of the gaslighting that Destiny is engaged in over and over again in his own community, where he's cultivated this fan base that just simply does not know what the fuck is going on in the world, whether it be the world events that Destiny tackles from an incredibly biased perspective, like, you know, being pro-Israel, or, you know, things that pertain to my life that he clips out of context and will routinely lie about. So, what the fuck are these comments? Does LSF hate Hasan so bad they're defending a dude that Destiny himself called a Nazi? Wait a minute. Destiny talks about Sam Hyde being a Nazi.
You're watching Destiny, okay?
Wait.
Okay? This isn't Hasan or Vosh or whatever. So when I say Nazi, okay, I don't use that word lightly. Fuck.
Why is every video about any number of different things actually involve me somehow? Interesting. Notice how this man still had the audacity to claim. Notice how this man still had the audacity to claim that I was actually constantly talking about him when we revealed that well, not even we, someone randomly revealed that Destiny's Discord had brought my name up like 90,000 times, as opposed to my Discord had the name Destiny mentioned, I believe, 5,000 times. And it was mostly the video game. So that's interesting. Destiny talks about Sam Hyde and says he's a Nazi. Is this before or after he collaborated with Sam Hyde?
One of the worst fuck up stories of like artistic history, because like
it was created by Pensive Goat, who posted 17 minutes ago on the YouTube drama post. The Sam Hyde clip was made by Pensive Goat. Let's take a look. I wonder if he's still a Destiny fan after all this, or maybe he's no longer a Destiny fan. I don't know. I'm not, you know. Let's see. How do I find the username? Is the same guy who made the fake post about Mike being anti-Semitic? Oh, wow. Why does Destiny have so many people who do like free PR and smear campaigns for all of his enemies, and free PR for him? I will never know. I truly don't understand it. The second clip you linked of Dan Saltman saying that everyone sent videos around was from a few weeks ago when the lack of consent was questioned but not confirmed. It wasn't from after Pixie made her statement. They're still doing PR. That same guy that posted that years ago, the Sam Hyde clip years ago, is still at it, still doing PR for Destiny. That's crazy. 20 minutes ago, he's still in the trenches, in the drama trenches. This man has nonstop done PR for Destiny for 4 fucking years at least. That's insane, man. And there are a lot of people like this, just so you understand. It sounds psychotic. It sounds psychotic where you're like, how can you lose your own personhood to this degree where you are a loyal soldier of a man online? There are hundreds of people that do this shit for him. Hundreds. Okay? Hundreds. They got a post of me being quiet for 30 seconds as evidence of me being anti-Semitic. Yeah, they do stuff like that all the time. No, he's just being a nerd and clarifying. It looks like a few posts down, he's posting about Melina confirming that they were posted non-consensually. What is this? 150 plus? When the question gets asked how and why people take the time to pour through hours of footage to find this to find shit to clip, there's an answer for it.
It's coming. I'm working on it. That's kind of what I have like a whole Discord for like the clippers and stuff. I just need a night that I have where I'm not doing anything or working on anything where I could just like sit down and write all this out. But I'm working on that. It's in the pipeline.
Taliban Clips Discord has become the omni-liberal brain room. While the election results of the night were coming in, I had a choice, as all of us had. And I chose memeing. I posted on Twitter the solution was obvious. Obviously joking, trolling, expressing frustration, but it somehow resonated with a lot of you, so I just kept going with it. The omni-liberal media campaign had taken off, and I was getting tons of positive feedback. This reminded me that we have a dormant Discord August set up back in June, where we try to activate an army of Clippers. The Taliban Clips Discord was active in the first months or so, but the hype died down. The new team of Clippers are still posting their daily content. We just stopped using Discord for that. We follow each other on Twitter, and I get to amplify all of them with the Gnomes Twitter account, which has been a great help at combating the narrative around Steven. Now, I was wondering, I have all these people who are interested in the omni-liberal media message. Maybe I should gather these like-minded people in one spot, and that's how the idea arose around the repurpose of the Taliban Clips Discord. There are already tons of resources there, which we would otherwise lose. I was involved in the January 6th documentary research group and started adding the Clippers to them, along with the Dan's War with Twitch people. That one was the brigading campaign against me and Twitch in general, which was exposed by Bloomberg's very own reporting, Cecilia Anastasio, which they then deleted everything because of that. So if you go to the Destiny subreddit now, mentions of me are almost completely gone, when at a time for years, for the past like 6 years, they would nonstop post about me on there, more so than they posted about Destiny genuinely. And they had to delete all of that because they realized that their subreddit that Destiny weaponizes like this on a regular basis and their Discord server was so actively and so openly brigading that they were actually going to get into trouble by Discord and Reddit. They deleted all of it. All of it is on the Wayback Machine if you want to go, compile it, or if you want to search all of the insanity there. But they just straight up deleted everything when they realized that journalists were snooping around about their brigading operations, which they so openly would talk about, like so openly. Anyway, I can't believe that there are still Destiny fans in here. He kind of made you, though. Why you so ungrateful he brought you in? No. Why not just talk it out, bro? He was your friend at one point. Dude, I don't know if you understand. We're having a conversation about this dude serially making sex tapes of the people he sometimes consensually and sometimes non-consensually records and is unconsensually sending to other people that he wants to fuck. And you're like, why don't you become friends with that guy again? I don't know, because he's fucking gross. Yeah, what am I going to talk to him about? Fucking, should I tell him not to do like awful, indecent, freak-like shit? Is that what you want me to have a conversation with him about? Just hug it out, bro. Is that the new talking point that Destiny fans have now? Like, they've just dropped everything else, so now they're just saying, come on, just talk it out. If you're in here and still a fan, you should, and still have a certain opinion of me, because there's a lot of people who hate watch me. I'm sure they're hate watching me right now, because Destiny also uses DiggyG as an offline hate raid structure where they literally have my stream up and they're routinely talking shit. And then they also love making sock accounts and coming in here and also chirping and then clipping the videos out of context and posting it on subreddits. And they've been doing this for 5 to 6 years at this point. It's fucking insane. That's the part I don't really talk about all that much. This is the part that I think is infinitely more important. The clip for when Destiny talks about Sam Hyde being a Nazi and an alt-writer is from January 14th, 2022. Destiny made that collab video with Sam Hyde on June 19th, 2022. And now Destiny is claiming he didn't know Sam Hyde was a Nazi back. Destiny actively now lies. Destiny actively lies to his audience about the dumbest shit too. And people straight up believe it. A great example of this is Destiny 1 collaborating with Sam Hyde with the full knowledge that he was a fucking neo-Nazi when Sam Hyde talked about how he wanted to kill me, okay? And then turning around and saying, oh, I didn't know he was a neo-Nazi. Why would he, why would Hasan even say that I knew that he was a neo-Nazi? Well, it turns out he did. Here's a video from before he collaborated with Sam Hyde. 6 months prior.
This isn't Hasan or Vosh or whatever. So when I say Nazi, okay, I don't use that word lightly, all right? And when I first heard that, like, oh, he's an alt-right or Nazi, like usually when I hear that from people, my first thing is like, I'm sure he is. Okay, he's probably like a conservative or whatever, right? But I remember we listened on a stream to was it like 6 years ago? To a phone call that he had with like a journalist reporter or whatever. And he's literally on the phone. He's like, I know like the Jews are like destroying my program, or Jewish people don't want this or whatever from the Turner or whatever. It's like, what?
This is in January 14th, 2022. The Sam Hyde conversation came 6 months after that video. I guess he must have forgotten that Sam Hyde was a Nazi in that time frame. Or maybe, just maybe, he knew he was a fucking Nazi and didn't give a shit. Just like when he knew Nick Fuentes was a Nazi and didn't give a shit because he wanted to collaborate with Nick Fuentes. Just like when he openly talked about platforming Nick Fuentes and giving Nick Fuentes' career a lifeline. Just like when he collaborated with another white nationalist, Lauren Southern. Now, of course, with Lauren Southern, I believe he also wanted to have sex with Lauren Southern. Not sure if he wanted to have sex with Nick Fuentes. Look. The guy's still doing it. The guy's still doing it. Now he's moved on to why even talk about them then? Bro, it's not working, man. It's not working. It's not working. It's not going to work, man. It's been confirmed him and Lauren had an affair. Their DMs have been leaked. Okay. Yeah. 1 week old sock account coming in from, 1-week-old sock account coming in from another orbiter community to try to desperately fucking be like, hey, can you just like stop covering this, please? Actually, you guys should kiss and make up. I don't really understand any of these hate watching, clip farming, smear campaigns based on lies. I don't even have that much to do in my life. I barely have time to watch you for a bit every day. I don't get where they get all this time. I think it's because these guys, I think that these guys really fall for it. Okay. That's the best possible, most charitable way that I can, that I can approach it. Right. Where they think like this guy is a dweebish loser just like me, but he gets to like have sex with all these Discord e-girl kittens, and he gets to have this incredible life where he plays like fucking video games and shoots the shit and destroys people mentally in the marketplace of ideas by regurgitating cherry-picked data points that he read from Wikipedia right before the debate to make it seem as though he is you know, an arbiter of the truth or whatever. And for them, they just see him like a god. And I'm sure you guys know people that are fans of his. I mean, I see it all the fucking time. People, they think he is a fucking god because it's a goddamn cult, okay? Are they still building logs of the chat? Oh, I think they did build the logs of the chat, and they posted a website that kind of was a dud. Yeah. They did. They went through 5 years of logs in every single person of this community and like built logs of who gets banned and who's a mod and who's not a mod. And it's all wrong too, which is so funny. Like they're so weird that they think like Congress is going to be like, who has Hasan banned out of the 46,000 people that watch him every day? Yeah, they added fake screenshots of fake chatters because they couldn't get enough like actual shit that looked bad. That was Dan specifically. Anyway, let's get back to the Substack now that we took this sidestep. However, the next Joe Rogan to the left is, whoever the next Joe Rogan to the left is, it cannot be someone that crosses sexual boundaries, violates consent, and puts women's well-being and safety at risk. Oh my God, is that what Destiny wants to be? Oh, my brother. That's probably why he was so fucking pissed when all of these goddamn mainstream media outlets were calling me up to be like, you're the Joe Rogan of the left. You're the Joe Rogan of the left. Yeah, let me tell you another incredibly sophisticated harassment campaign they conducted. They went after fucking CNN. They literally called up like random executives at CNN. They're so psychotic to be like, how dare you have this anti-Semite on? Like, they're such insane people. They found like, they were sending like tweets and shit. They're so crazy. Yeah, instead of being the Joe Rogan of the left, my man turned into the Andrew Tate of the left, but all the bad sides and none of the popularity. 27,000 letters sent to USC, by the way, to try to get me to stop. Like, to try to stop me from talking. 20,000 emails trying to get me banned off CNN. 27,000 letters sent to USC to try to get me to no longer speak at USC. And then they just don't understand when it doesn't work. I remember reading the comments where they were like, I'm beginning to lose my mind. Why is he still getting so much positive media coverage? Why doesn't anybody see him as like the truly evil person he is? And not in any part of that, they never even think maybe we're wrong. Maybe most people understand how Gamergate style smear campaigns work, especially if they're in fucking media, and they understand when like something is disingenuous. They just don't get it. No self-awareness at all. They're just operating like a fucking bot farm saying, oh, I'm losing faith in our movement, guys. It just doesn't make sense. He did have sex with Lauren Southern. He was willing to throw everything in his marriage, his atheism, his polyamory, his streaming career to marry her and start a centrist media company that covers both left and right-wing perspectives. That's why the marriage fell apart. Wait, what? I don't know if that's true. That's crazy. Do they get paid? No, they don't get paid. They do this for admiration. Okay? Anyway. And before you say, why are you making this about yourself? This is about the victims. It's still a part of the operations. You understand? It's still a part of the way that his community operates. I'm painting a broader picture for a lot of people who have no fucking clue who Destiny is because I don't actually talk about him all that much. And how, to a random onlooker, some of the stuff that they post is so far removed from the actual fucking community itself that they come across as like totally random people talking shit about a random asshole. Okay? I'm the random asshole in this regard. And that's what I'm explaining to you. If they can do this to someone like myself, who has a larger audience than Destiny, who has more of a social platform than Destiny does, then of course they can do this tenfold and bully smaller victims into submission every single time. So if you're wondering how stuff like this happens seemingly more than once, and yet for some weird reason, it never ends up making any sort of waves or end up harming Destiny's community at all, okay, or Destiny's prominence at all, it's because they have a very sophisticated smear campaign machine and a very sophisticated PR machine for Destiny. Destiny works against it on a regular basis by constantly saying unhinged shit, like how I don't know, what did he say when he was talking to Lonerbox a couple months ago, that he was a necrophiliac pedophile or something? Like, he ruins it all the time, but his community is desperately trying to hold it together. So the entire reason why he's been able to get to this position so far is because he has a incredibly dedicated fan base of individuals with a lot of time on their hands who will do this shit for fucking free. So like I said, if he could do this for myself, or if he can actually defend himself after debating ethical CP or whatever with other fucking neo-Nazis and still have a platform of prominence, of course he can fucking bully people like Pixie into submission aggressively. That is the broader picture here. That is what I'm trying to explain. It cannot be someone who puts women in positions where they will be sexually abused and harassed. It concerns me that Destiny has been interviewing potential DNC chair candidates such as Marianne Williamson and Martin O'Malley, who have no idea of what he's done. As time passes and he tries to position himself to have interviews with increasingly powerful figures such as Zelensky, I can't help be filled with fear that Destiny might continue to succeed despite facing no repercussions for his actions. If the Democratic Party wishes to succeed in the future, it cannot be a party that accepts the sexual exploitation of women. It cannot be a party that allows men like Destiny to break into the mainstream, for allowing him access to such spaces would be a direct endorsement of his behavior. And also give him an opportunity to do this to other people too, by the way. I've been told that the payout might not be worth the harassment and attention I will receive. In an ideal world, I would do this privately, but I've been told there is no realistic way the court will grant me anonymity. This means my only option is public. I've been told by a variety of people to not go public. I've been told by some people that Steven really does feel sorry, but I am not inclined to believe them, especially taking into consideration his actions regarding me. Regardless, what Destiny did is unacceptable, and I believe he will do this again unless he faces justice. Let me be clear. Destiny has violated federal law in his transgressions against me. He has violated my consent and is directly responsible for the sexual abuse I have received. I am terrified. And the evidence log shows Destiny apologizing for his actions, Destiny downplaying the pain I felt and my concerns. It's more complicated than that. I feel like there's no justice for what's been done. I feel like people for the rest of my life are going to try and send it to my family or workplace wherever I go. I feel extremely violated with how so many people saw me non-consensually in a vulnerable position. I feel like people are always going to use this as proof that I slept my way into whatever achievement I garner. I feel like it's evidence that everything would be better with me gone. I think the number of people who know or even keep up with it enough to go after you is probably almost zero. I think people hate others involved. Me, Lauren, Nick, lol. Wait, so it is Nick Fuentes? He actually did suck Nick Fuentes' dick? Like, what's going on here? I'm so fucking confused. Way more, and it overshadows everything a lot more. As for any achievements or anything like that, the majority of the work and stuff you've done has been completely independent from me anyway, so the people who would say anything like that are the people who would have said shit like that anyway and aren't worth the time. I genuinely don't understand it. Is it actually fucking Nick Fuentes or not? Or is he joking? And then Destiny offering to pay some bills. This feels super lame. And I don't want all to imply that somehow just giving you money helps anything go away or fixes everything for you. But if you have any bills or owe money on anything or have any financial stuff I can help with, I can at the very least chip in and help with any of that. So it's at least one less thing you have to worry about or stress over while you're worrying about getting through this. Bro, he sent him having sex with this person to another person, to another random person he'd never met that he wanted to fuck a 19-year-old Discord girl. And he's just like, come on, let me. Like, and he also presents it. Oh my God, Destiny is literally therapy speak abuser, dude. Holy fuck. Like, this is the archetype of the fake male feminist. Now, obviously, Destiny isn't really a fucking male feminist at all. He has rape review, as we've talked about before. His community literally looks at finding ways to victim blame the people that are a victim of sexual assault all the time. And he has done that all the time and on numerous occasions, as a matter of fact. But like the very fact that he's still in this circumstance, like trying to be super nice to an obviously wronged party is insane. It is so incredibly manipulative. Holy fuck. What? Pixie? Is this actually Pixie the person? Hi, I really want to thank you for going over this. Hate watching Hasan. Hate watching is so funny for some reason. Hi, I really want to thank you for going over this. I really hope I can bring him to justice for all the things he's done. Having the support of larger communities has really helped me, and I'm really grateful. Anyway. Oh. Where the okay, so this is Pixie's side. Where was it? Wait, did I close the wrong tab? Is this it? No, this is the Sam Hyde one. It's just like things as simple as that, or things as simple as like things as simple as you know, saying NFTs are for suckers and then immediately doing a fucking NFT ad is so crazy, you know? And his fan base doesn't even remotely, not even for a moment, recognize that as like pure hypocrisy. So the question I have is like, if I did something like that, you would be up my fucking asshole, okay? Not only would my audience be up my asshole, and I'm sure there'd still be some diehard fans, okay? But the reality of the matter is, Destiny's community certainly would not let that go. As a matter of fact, some of the biggest hypocrisies that they've exposed quite literally are just shit that's clipped out of context. So they hypocrisy fish for things that aren't even inherently hypocritical, like me buying a fucking house where he literally placed that. He literally, when I bought a house, before I even entered the house for myself and my fucking family, Destiny covered it and blasted it on the fucking timeline. And then Breitbart picked it up. And then fucking Fox News picked it up. He did that shit, okay? He fucking did that shit. I got doxxed by Nazis. Some of those Nazis are in Sam Hyde's fucking fan base, and he collaborated with them. Like, think about that. None of that is, say allegedly? What do you mean? What? Nothing I said is fucking alleged, okay? Everything I said is 100% correct. He literally outflanked. He went and found a random fucking realtor website gossip post and covered it. He also leaked your family history. His fans showed all your mom and dad shit on timeline. That's another thing. He's like doxed my fucking family. Yeah. And lied about it too. There's like AI built websites out there of my dad being a fucking billionaire or some shit. And I didn't even know any of that. Okay? Yeah, they're fucking crazy. And yes, I did read the other allegation tweet from Cherry. And also that she is pursuing like criminal action as well. Let this serve as a de-radicalizing moment for you if you're fucking hate watching right now on the Destiny's Discord or whatever. Okay? That if you find yourself in any echo chamber, in any community that is that hyper invested for 5+ years in making someone look fucking bad, then yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shit that you're not actually seeing. If you can recognize this as not like a random one-off, but a bunch of people who have obviously been fucking harmed by a person who is more invested in saving face than actually, you know, atoning for the wrong that he has done, this should be your wake-up call. In the mega thread, there are messages from D in Discord basically saying Pixie has no case and trying to undermine her case, already making jokes in between banning people. I know, we banned a couple of those people in the chat too, talking about how, well, there's no legal, this is not illegal technically. 6 hours later, Dexerto has still not tweeted about the story. They did post a clip of iShowSpeed having a group of people sing happy birthday for him. Interesting priorities for a news site. Yeah, Dexerto stealth published this article on their website, but it can't be found on the front page, and there's no tweet on their social media. Yeah, Dexerto, they're always there to fucking talk shit about me, but for some weird reason, when there's like actual stuff happening to a person that they're aligned with, you know? Weirdly enough, they just don't mention that. Destiny is friends with one of the editors, so it makes sense. It's so sick seeing how he's trying to bury this and how the boys club is helping him. Like, how is there no Dexerto tweet about this? Yeah, why is Dexerto not talking about this? This is like right in their pocket, right in their fucking wheelhouse. I wonder. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't have time to post it today. Yeah, and also Pixie, after writing that Substack post, got a bunch of other messages too. Since posting this, I've received countless messages of women informing me they've received pornographic content from Destiny, content they now believe wasn't made or sent with consent. If you've been sent this content or might be a victim, DM me. We're stronger together. Yeah, Dexerto always posts the top post of LSF, but for some reason, the Destiny top post for LSF, especially when it looks, you know, not so great for Destiny, they're just not going to post it. Epstiny, dude. So, tangential to the drama, President Sunday's hit piece also included a portion of a phone call he had with Nicholas Diorio. I don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't really care about that stuff at all. What? We also had a clip of Hasan discussing Destiny and revenge porn recently on the subreddit. Yeah, this is from a couple days ago where I was like, I don't understand why no one is talking about how, you know, no one is talking about how like how these videos came out or how these videos were distributed to begin with. Oh, there was also Not So Erudite, right? Or Erudite, however you say it.